What's up, long drive fans? March has been an absolute whirlwind, and with massive drives, intense battles, and new names shaking up the leaderboard, today we're breaking down all the results from this past month, every division, every drive, and every clutch moment you need to know about. Plus, we're looking ahead to what's coming in April, so buckle up because it's time to dive in. But first, let's thank our wonderful sponsors, starting with Copper Fit, the official glove of Ultimate Long Drive, Tech, Buzz Clear, 1764, Short Par 4, Yingling Brewing, Survivor Tees, T-Claw, 4 Yards More, Catalyst, and Shark Attack Golf. Now let's jump right into the March results recap. That's what we're waiting for. We kicked off this month with the XLD Team Series, where Team Red pulled off a huge 18-67 to 18-16 victory over Team Black, who came into the match 3-0 in the last 3 matchups. So safe to say Black had a lot going for him into that matchup. The standout, though, was Zach Hammer. He smashed a 412-yard drive, securing a spot in the top 10 longest drives this season. Not far behind was Corey Garvey, who hit 398 yards, and Alan Peak, who followed with 387. On the Black team, Jack Habercorn led with 383 yards, with Matt Bowen at 374 and Jacob Molnar at 372. A huge shout out once again to X Golf in Fredericksburg, Virginia for hosting this electric event. Next up is the Utah season opener, which brought double points to the table, and Zach Talley wasted no time, launching a 403-yard drive to claim the Open Men's division. Over in the men's 35, men's 40, and adaptive divisions, James Barnett put on a show with drives of 371, 366, and 338 yards. In the Valor division, Jeffrey Van Slick finished with a 393-yard drive. Over in the Central Texas League, Brooks Harcilla took the U17 boys division with a 157-yard drive. Meanwhile, Ryan Miller went out on an absolute tear, sweeping 4 divisions. The Open Men's with a drive of 380 yards, the Men's 35 with 374, Open Men's Pro with 369, and Men's 35 Pro with 362 yards. James Barnett kept the wins rolling, grabbing the Men's 40, Adaptive, and Valor titles with 358, 335, and again 335. Joseph Cabuto locked down the Men's 45 division with 334 yards. And Chris Nolan claimed the Men's 50 division with a 369-yard bomb. Aaliyah Overton took the Open Women's Pro division with a drive of 262 yards. Wrapping up, Jeremiah Gilbert won the Men's 40 Pro division with 360 yards. Michael Parker took the Men's 45 Pro with 314, and Eric Estes won the Men's 50 Pro with 307 yards. The North American Tour's second event of the season went down in Dallas on March 8th, and it was a tight battle in the Open Men's division with Brennan Burns edging out Cody Brooks with a 353-yard drive. Now, James Barnett added 4 more wins to his season in the Men's 35, the Men's 40, the Valor, and Adaptive divisions with drives of 368, 348, 340, and 330. Adriana McDonald took home the Women's 40 division with 323 yards and doubled up by winning the Open Women's Final with 325 yards. Joseph Cabuto won the Men's 45 division with 335 yards, while Jennifer White won the Women's 45 division with 204. Chris Nolan took the Men's 50 final with a 359-yard shot, while Ulysses White won the Men's 55 with 343, and Eric Estes secured both the Men's 45 and 50 Pro divisions with 324 and 315 yards. Mark Thornton rounded it out, winning the Men's 65 Pro with a 293-yard drive, while Matthew Thorman took home the Open Men's Pro Finals with a 363-yard drive. Now let's cut to the Coastal Carolina League, where one name stood out, and he knows who we're talking about, Robert Saucier, who put up 3 of the top 10 longest drives this season. He won 4 divisions with absolute nukes, 431 yards, which ties the longest drive this season with Jace Norman, 421 yards, 413, and 411 yards. Ernie Guimond took the Men's 50 division with 372 yards, while Richard Hunt won the Men's 55 with 265 yards, and Ron Gaddis secured the Men's 60 with 295 yards. Up in the Minnesota-Iowa League, Carlos Wohl started strong with a 356-yard drive in the Open Men's, while Adam Salter took the Men's 35 with 335 yards. Alan Felmley locked up the Men's 60 with 323 yards as well in the Minnesota-Iowa event. Western Carolina's event saw adaptive world champion Michael Boswell dominate, winning the U13 boys and adaptive divisions with drives of 168 and 161 yards. Isabel Hoffmeister won the U13 girls division with 231 yards, and Vanessa Carey took the U17 girls division with 205 yards. Hank Parks launched a 326-yard drive to win the open men's division, while Michael Beerley matched him in the men's 45, so two 326-yard drives from Parks and Beerley. Richard Hunt won the men's 55 with a 242-yard drive, while Kevin Swaggerty took the men's 60 with 237 yards. Thomas Tucker secured the men's 70 with 251 yards, and Henry O'Grady also delivered in the adaptive division with a 176-yard shot. Let's cut to the Michigan event, which kicked off its season with Jeff Metzger winning the open men's with a drive of 355 yards. Daryl Strecker taking the men's 60 with 314 yards, and Marty Chappell closing it out with 287 yards. Finally, Western Pennsylvania wrapped up the month where Alex Illich crushed a 393-yard bomb to win the open men's division. Steve Bressler took the men's 35 with 312 yards, and Mr. Terry Kirkland won the men's 50 and men's 55 pro divisions with drives of 324 and 299 yards. Terry, you better have been wearing your white pants, okay? Just kidding, Terry. But let's jump in now to the schedule. We've got one more event left in the month of March, which is the 29th, the Mid-Atlantic Top Dog event, which will be from 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. at the Top Dog Golf Center. And that's it for the month of March. So April, we've got one event on the 5th from 10 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m., a part of the Central Texas League at the Rim Golf Academy and Driving Range in San Antonio, Texas. April 12th, we have two events, including the Minnesota-Iowa event at Mulligan's Golf from 10 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m., and the Coastal Carolinas League will host their fourth event from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. right here in the ULD Training Academy Center. The 13th has one event as well, and that's in Western Pennsylvania. Their third event of the season will be at Miller Golf Center from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. April 19th sees Michigan having their second event, which will be for double points at Tap-Ins from 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. Two more events on the 19th, including Southern California. The SoCal League will be out at the Morongo Golf Club at Tequette Canyon from 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. And Western Carolina will be back at the PGA Superstore from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. And then April 26th, we have our third North American Tour stop, and this time it's going to be at the Dobson Ranch Golf Course in Arizona, 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. All this information, again, on ultimatelongdrive.com. You can head to the schedules and the North American Tour tab for more information. The 26th also has another event in Arizona, and it's also at the Dobson Ranch Golf Course. It's going to be the first event of the Arizona League for double points from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. So if you're out there for the North American Tour, hey, why not stop by and also compete in the Arizona League? And that actually ends the month of April. That is it for events in April. So we do have one North American Tour event and tons of league events to go check out. Once again, go to ultimatelongdrive.com to find all of this information. We've got the results, the schedule, and again, the North American Tour all there for you. And as well, if you're a member, you can go check out the membership tab and get some amazing discounts for some of the products that we have here at Ultimate Long Drive, including using the code ULD20 for 20% off on CopperTech today. So March was packed with record-breaking drives and insane performances. But guess what? April is going to be even bigger. More events, more long bombs, and more competition heating up. If you're not following us yet, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment with your favorite performance from March. I know what mine is, Robert Saucier. And tell us who's taking home the next big win. Let's keep the long drive energy rolling, and I'll catch you on the next event. Stay tuned, long drivers, and we'll see you next time.